one doesn't live a life, life lives you, life lives us. For every event that happens, thousands and thousands of other events have to happen. You know, we get born into a story that needs to be retold. The story that we're born into is not true. What is born is an idea. Like a body gets born with its own intelligence system, the same as a tree gets born out of the seed. It has its own intelligence system. The grass, the birds, the animals, the fish, all their own intelligence system. But they're not born into an idea. They're just pure consciousness, pure awareness with their own innate intelligence system in the tree, in the grass, in the plant, in the animal, in the bird. However, because of thought, a me feeling arises. And because of conditioning, so the idea of a separate individual, a person called Pat, is born out of a story that's not true. And it's in seeing the falseness, seeing the unreality of that is what liberation is, or enlightenment. Like enlightenment is not something that's for the person, it's from the idea of being a person, which we are all the time, but we don't realize it.
So it means like we don't have to drive the whole show.
No, that's the burden we carry. That's the cross of our humanity. You know, it's a lack of understanding and living in concepts and beliefs which for a time make us feel secure, make us feel safe, and generally, like in my case with some people, then when some great life crisis comes and one is no longer sheltered and made safe by one's beliefs, concepts, in that shattering, can sometimes, it can be, we say it's a crisis, but maybe it's more of a blessing because it's the beginning. You know, somebody once said that you should never waste a good crisis. You know, because usually we run from the crisis and we comfort the person, or we seek comfort ourselves. We want the crisis to end. Where it can also be a complete new beginning, bringing in energy and a dissatisfaction with the already known, and at that point one can almost be pushed and forced upon a path of inquiry and into the first wisdom, which is I do not know. That's the first wisdom. When I do not know and have no resistance and, you know, open-mindedness. Generally, open-mindedness is not some fanciful philosophy, and something easy is very, very painful because it's a challenge to the already known. And the ego, the sense of a me, will resist it, because the ego is never safe, only momentarily, and secure momentarily. It will always, it will run with the hare and hunt with the hounds. It can be one moment have an exaggerated sense of its own self-importance and great pride, and the next minute it's fearful and it's afraid, it's worrisome, it's anxious. So that's why freedom or peace of mind is not of the mind, it's from it. Because I don't advocate any violence of any kind against neither the body or thought or the ego. Because the ego, in a sense, has only a relative existence. It's only relative to the body-mind construct and to thought and to memory. But like there isn't two selves, there isn't an imagined self and the real self. The imagined self is just a reflection of the true self. So it's all inquiry is all inclusive and not exclusive or demonizing the ego or thought. Because if one engages in trying to deflate the ego, kill the ego, well, the ego will play those games all the days of their life. like a cat trying to catch its tail.
So we have to be gentle enough.
Be gentle, yeah. Yeah, understanding it liberates. Understanding. There's intellectual understanding, which maybe we have is the new God in some sense in society. These things are always changing, but there is another intelligence that's prior to intellectual intelligence, and that's intuitive intelligence or intuition. Mostly artists and musicians and painters, and their great work is an expression of this intuitive intelligence. The little child has it in abundance, but it becomes educated and conditioned out of us in favor of the rational instinct.
It comes out of the moment then. This intuitive intelligence.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
momentarily.
What veils it and obscures it is the ego placing itself as at the center of the thinking process, and the me, and it becomes veiled by kind of as I was saying earlier, having a second-hand head, by taking knowledge to be wisdom and things like that.
What can you offer really? Like what do you think is your gift in being with people? What can you offer them?
I don't see it as me having anything to offer, or to change anything, or to change anyone. That's not what it would be about. At very best, maybe I would describe myself as like a signpost on the roadside, sort of pointing the direction. But the journey is one's own. One doesn't need a teacher. One doesn't need a guru. One doesn't need role models. Because the greatest teacher, the greatest guru is within one, is one's own consciousness, one's own true nature, and it's allowing that through the veil of intellectuality and conditioning by society, by otherwise. This is all understandable, and I'm not criticizing. To criticize is easy and it's cheap, but. So, if there's any value in this kind of dialogue, it's that it's like a signpost to say, this is the way, but walk it yourself. Find out yourself. Don't believe me. Don't take what I say and just have more second-hand information. Find out within yourself, is that true? What does he mean by that? Is that so?
So in that sense, everyone's path is unique.
Yes, in a sense. Yeah. In a sense, where anybody is at this point is not wrong. There is no wrong. It's just the way it is. And like the books I got, the people that just seem to appear and disappear, one couldn't organize that. One couldn't set out in an intellectual way. We intellectualize life, but we do that out of fear and insecurity to make life more small, manageable, and understandable.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.